I'd like to welcome everybody to today's webinar. Glad you could be with us today. My name's Steve Hoffman. I'll be doing the presentation for you for Karatbars International. We'll be getting to your questions at the end of the presentation. We're going to do our best to record this event so you can invite your guests to listen to the recording, and maybe you can go back and check some of the information that we discussed. We're going to talk about the products, the company and leadership. We're going to talk about the compensation plan, and quite a bit more. So with that said, let's get started with today's presentation. Karatbars International. Your opportunity is here, and the opportunity in the product is gold. We're very excited about this because all across the world, the financial experts are talking about the value of paper currency going down, and gold is based on the dollar. And the dollar, when it drops, guess what happens to the price of gold? And we're going to talk a little bit more about that as well. One big benefit in this program is free storage of your gold. You don't have to pay for the storage as you acquire more and more. And that's what the goal is. I got a question for you. If I could show you how to get gold each week and have someone else pay for it, would you like to know what I'm doing? It's really that simple. That's the program. If I can show you how to get gold each week and have somebody else pay for it, would you like to know what I'm doing? Now, here's a question I ask a lot of people. What would you rather have, paper money or gold? And most people say paper money. Obviously, they're not educated in how gold works. In some countries, they are, but others, they're not. We need to pay bills, so we do need paper money. But we also need to create savings for us. And savings is so important. Let me show you the US dollar versus gold since 1932. Look at this. $100,000 in 1932 is now valued at $2,000. That's due to inflation. Let's take a look at the same amount of gold. $100,000 of gold in 1932 is now valued at over $4.4 million. See, total difference in that spread. The gap is huge, and that's what we're about. Karatbars is about educating people on where to save, and that's so important. Look at the increase, a 4,300% increase since 1932. This just keeps growing. Now, why small gold? Because most people can't afford large gold, and those who have little gold, they want more of it, and those that have a lot of it need a place to store it, and also they want to accumulate more. And gold has been used as a currency for over 2,600 years, and it's presently recognized as a currency in 194 countries. This program is in 116 countries, and very soon it will be in 194 countries. Again, the problem is most people can't afford gold, but we're going to change that. They're going to be able to do that with this program. And the gold I'm talking about is 999.9 pure 24K gold, not the gold coins you get. You can't have 24K gold coins. It's too soft. This is much better than that. And people need to understand when you're pricing gold, it's not apples to apples, because what's happening is you have different grades of gold, different purity of gold, different forms of gold. You want the best, and that's what we're going to deliver. The best possible gold you can get, and again, have somebody else store it for you. It really doesn't get much better than that. Let's talk about leadership. The founder and owner of this company is Harold Seitz out of Stuttgart, Germany. They also have an office on Wall Street in New York City and Bangkok, Thailand, and some satellite offices around the world. The program was launched in April of 2010. Stability, debt-free, and you can feel safe about this opportunity. One thing I like is how we get paid. I'll talk about that in a moment. You see on your screen here is an international prepaid MasterCard, and that would be yours. Once you earn 30 euros in this organization, they're going to mail you your very own card. And I'm traveling around the world right now when I'm doing this recording. I'm in the Philippines, and I'm using this card. And it's amazing. I love it. It's accepted everywhere here that they accept credit. It's amazing. This card won Design of the Year award in Europe through MasterCard. It's the best and most versatile international prepaid card in the world. And you're paid every Friday onto this card. every single Friday, you're going to get paid. And the good news here, it's in euros, not US dollars. It's in euros, guys. And that is a big deal. I'm talking huge. I'm here in the Philippines. The dollar right now is 44.15 pesos. The euro is 61 pesos. My money, my paycheck is going much further than it would than most of these other opportunities that pay in other currencies. Euro, that's a great way to go. And this is just the beginning. Wait till you hear the rest of this presentation. Let's talk about the power of two. Here's another question for you. I like to ask questions. What would you rather have? A penny that doubled every day for 31 days or $1 million? When I ask this to most people, what do you think they take? They take the $1 million. Why? Because it's now money, it's big, it's there, and that's what people are looking at, So let me get into explaining how this all works. The penny seems small, and we look at things and we see small and we want the large. But watch what happens here when I talk about this. You see that penny doubling every day for 31 days? That grows to over $10 million, almost $11 million. But yet most people pick the million. This is to open your eyes, because I'm going to share with you a program with Karatbars. It's a game plan using the power of two. Two telling two telling two. And we're going to get to that in just a moment. So remember that this page here, when we get to that part of the presentation, I'll remind you. So let's start with the power of two. What does this all mean? Karatbars wants you to take a look at them. You can actually get a Karatbars account for free. You're going to get a website and a back office. Now, can you generate a lot of income for free? No, you can't. But they're so confident that you're going to like this. They're going to give you a free look. Now, I didn't need to see the free look. As soon as I heard a presentation similar to this, and it was only over the phone, I was in, because I knew gold is where it's at. So this was important to me. Then once you like what you see, you can activate your account 4 different ways. The first way is a bronze at 135, and you get 5% direct commission on the people that you sponsor. You'll see all the 4 prices here. The silver is 400. You're going to get a starter kit and 1 gram of gold and 10% commissions on the people you sponsor. The gold is 800. Receive the starter kit and 2 grams of gold. Plus, you're going to get 15% direct commission on the people that you sponsor. And the VIP, where most people come in, is 2180. Receive a starter kit and 3 grams of gold and 20% direct commissions on the people you sponsor. Now, as you move up the ladder here, you do get a larger starter kit. You can also upgrade at any time from the bronze or silver or gold up to the VIP using your earnings, not your out-of-pocket expense. But I saw this right away. I wanted the 20%, and wait till you see the other benefits of being a VIP as well. And that percentage you get is on the price they pay, but there are 6 additional ways that you earn in this program. This is just number 1. And you're going to see the numbers here in dollars. We're actually paid in euros, so it could be different from day to day depending on the dollar versus the euro. We're talking just about a couple dollars. Nothing, not really any big deal. Continuing with the power of 2, the goal is to get at least 1 gram of gold per week, and you can use your earnings to do that. Now, if you're just starting and you don't have any earnings, you want to start getting your gold as soon as you can. Then find 2 people that want to do the same thing. That's it. 2 people that see the vision here, want to make some more money, and also want to replace some of that paper money they have with gold. It's like currency exchange. That's what's really happening here. Everyone brings in at least 2 people. It doesn't get much easier than that. We need a place to save. Most people are not getting a great return on their money in their savings. They need to move it somewhere else, and that's what it's about, moving paper money into gold. When I travel here, if I came here with dollars, I'd have to exchange it to pesos. I'd rather exchange it to gold, and I did, but now I'm using euros, which is even better. Quick disclaimer, I need to read this to you word for word. Income projections are shown in US dollars. This action plan uses mathematical examples that depend on following the plan as described in this presentation. Results will vary based on your activity and the activity of your team. Every opportunity comes with risk. Always make sure you're comfortable with the risk you may take, because we all know gold can go up or down, but guess what? When it goes up, you're making money. When you're buying it, when it drops a little bit, you're getting at a better value. So again, this helps you in both ways. Let's talk about the power of two with the opportunity, getting money, getting compensated. And the example I'm going to show you is the silver package. Now we have 3 other packages, but to save time, I'm just going to share with you the silver. The person that invited you here can share the other ways that we earn. So let's talk about this. You sponsor only 2 bronze packages at $135. Just 2, not 102, not 52, 2. Now, can you sponsor more than 2? Sure. You could sponsor as many people as you wish. But I just want to show you what happens with 2. You know, the more you do sponsor, obviously, these numbers will increase. I'm going to show you periods. Now, you're going to determine the period, the time frame of the period listed below. That word period, you can substitute 1 week. It could be a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. I just want to give you a game plan. My goal is to do it every week. You'll see what I mean. As a silver, you bring in 2 bronze, your commission is going to be $27. So if you're going to be purchasing or acquiring gold, you're already going to get a discount. Now, let's say you bring nobody in, period 2 and 3. And that could be week 2 or 3, or month 2 or 3, however you want to do it. But let's say you bring nobody in, your team is just starting, so you're not generating enough earnings through the gold sales of your team. So we'll say you make nothing. And that's being as conservative as I can get. But period 4, and keep in mind, guys, this could be week 4 or 2 weeks. You're going to get $100. Now you're getting gold, free gold, perpetual free gold, because your earnings is paying for it. And this increases every single period. And guys, this could be weeks, it could be 1 week, it could be a month. Look at period 9. You're going to earn $2,100, and you can upgrade at that point to a VIP. And you only put in $400. Look what you're getting here. And you also should be acquiring gold every week with your earnings. Week 10, week 11, possibly month 11. It doesn't matter. You determine the period. Look at period 12. Could you imagine 3 months from now getting over $17,250 a week? And if you're a VIP, it could be more, or a gold, it could be more. I'm just showing you this here. Even if it was 12 months from now, would $17,000 a month change your life? And that will keep increasing. Look at the total. Over $34,000 you would have made during 12 periods. And again, if you're a gold or a VIP, it will be more than that, a lot more than that. So you can control your financial destiny, but this is one opportunity where you're provided with a game plan. This is my favorite part of the pay plan. It's called the dual system, where I make most of my income. I'm going to tell you guys, this opportunity has changed my life, and it can change yours if you let it. Now, you do have to put in some effort, some time, and some work. You know, these opportunities where you make money and do nothing, they don't last. They're out of business. In fact, they're illegal. And I just found out that recently that they were illegal. This is legal. Been in operation 4 years. It's not passive. So even some people say it is. It's not. It's residual, which is better. I've been in passive opportunities, and I found out they were illegal. Then I realized I had to make some changes. But I made more money my first month here in residual income than I made in 5 or 6 months in those other companies. You determine your success. So let's take a look at the dual system, because I love this. And you may call it other names, but it's called the dual system, and you'll see why. This is you in the opportunity. And you have a left and a right side. We'll put a dividing line there. This is not multi-level marketing, not MLM. And multi-level marketing, when you sponsor somebody, they're on your first level. You can have 50 people on your first level. Not here. You can only have 2 on your first generation. And all the others will fall under the people that you sponsored. We work together as a team. Now, each package you saw has a value, and we're called units. So let's look at it. The bronzes has a value of 5 units, and through the next 2 slides, you're going to understand what this means. Silver has a value of 20 units, gold has a value of 50 units, and a VIP has a value of 100 units. So let's look at the example here to the left. Number one comes in, okay? And who brought in number one? Maybe you brought in number one, and it's a bronze. You're going to get 5 units. And the next slide will tell you what that means. But just keep in mind you're getting 5 units. I want to show you how the system works. Now you're a sponsor. They only can have 2 direct to them in their first generation. So where's their third person going to go? Maybe underneath you to the right. Number 2. That's your number 2. Maybe they're number 3. They're helping you build, and they're a silver. You're going to get the 20 units, and so is your sponsor. We share. They can actually help you earn income. And these 20 units don't stop at you or your sponsor. They go all the way up to the top, to the number 1 person. It gets even better than this. Let's say number 1 brings in number 3 as a gold. Well, number 1's going to get 50 units, and so are you, and so is your sponsor and everybody above you. Then number 2 brings in number 4 as a VIP. Well, number 2 gets 100, you get 100, and everybody above you gets 100 units. It just does not get any better than this. Now we go to number 5. Who brings in number 5? Number 3. They're a gold. Everybody above them, they get the 50 units. I think you're getting the idea right here. Number 6 is brought in by number 4. See, you've only brought in 1 person in this example, number 1. But yet when I showed you the dual system, the power of 2, that was you working with 2 people. Look what happens with just 1, because this is another pay plan within the company. If they're a VIP, everybody above 4, all the way up to the top, gets 100. So I talked about going upward. All the people above you are going to get these units. How about the other direction, going down? Going deep is what the term is. You are going to receive units infinite generations deep. It could be 50, 100, 200 generations below you. And if a VIP comes in, you're getting 100 units. So as you can see, the longer you stay with this program, the more you're going to benefit. A lot of programs can slow down. This actually accelerates, and it gets even larger. Before you know it, you're waking up every morning. I woke up this morning, and I got paid through this cycle while I was sleeping. So let's talk about how I get paid. They're called cycles. And what's a cycle? Well, a cycle is when you have 25 units on one side and 50 units on the other side, okay? It's very simple. 25 units on one side and 50 units on the other side. And this is extremely powerful. You can see what happens here. You notice there's an income column on the top right there. Every time you cycle, you're going to get paid that amount in euros depending on the package you came in with. So a bronze is 5 units, right? And this bronze came in from maybe your sponsor. Your sponsor brought in the bronze and then put it on your right side, 5 units. The bronze is excited. They tell their friend. Their friend comes in as a silver. That's 20 units. So what you just did right here is get 25 units on your right. See how this is working, guys? You didn't bring in the bronze. You didn't bring in the silver. But yet you collected 25 units. You're halfway there to a cycle. So what do you need to do on your left side to get paid? You need 50 units there. Well, maybe you sponsor a gold. There it is. That's your cycle. If you're a VIP, you just earned 80 euros, which is $110. And you only brought in 1 person. Plus, you got that sponsorship bonus. Remember, when you bring somebody in, you got whatever percentage you're at, between 5 and 20% on top of that. Let's take a look at another example. That silver you have on your right brings in their friend that's a gold. That's 50 units. The gold that you have on the left, they bring in their friend. That's a VIP. That's 100 units. Pay close attention here. 25 goes into 50 twice. 50 goes into 100 twice. That's 2 cycles. If you're a VIP, that's 160 euros, which translates to about $220. You didn't bring in the gold. You didn't bring in the VIP. And we're just starting. We're talking about only a few people coming in, a total of 5. Could you imagine as this compounds and grows? and you have hundreds of people on your team all working for the same common goal, you can explode. That's what's happening here. I will tell you, within 2 months, I had over 625 people on the team because I'm sharing what you're seeing now, and they're doing the same. It's called the process of duplication, and we communicate with each other. If you saw the income I'm making, it would change your life. It's changing mine. Let's look at another example. The bronze, silver, and the gold. They're building, they're sharing it with their friends, and now you have a total of 300 units on your right. The VIP on your left brings in their friend as a VIP. That's 100 units for all of you. Now look at this. 25 goes into 100 4 times. 50 goes into 300, actually 6 times. But you can't get paid for 6 cycles because on the left side you only have 4. So what's going to happen is you'll take the 100 from the left. You'll use 200 from the right because 50 goes in times 4 is 200. And the remaining 100 of that 300 stays there. There's no flushing in this program. It stays there until the next person comes on the left and you cash it out. What does this mean? 100 on the left, 300 on the right, which you're going to use 200 of, that's 4 cycles. That's 320 euros or $440. And you didn't bring in the VIP, and you didn't bring in anyone that connected to the 300 units. None of them. Can you see how powerful this is? This will blow you away. It's absolutely amazing. I see this happening just about every day. There are some days I'll cycle 10, 12, 15 times, even 20 times. Coming up soon, I see something happening in one day. And I started February 28th, not too long ago. From the day of this presentation, if you're watching the recording, it's about 9 weeks. And I've been traveling through some of that because I'm building my Asian team right now. It's a lot of fun seeing people become successful, and you could be one of them. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there are 7 ways we earn. Direct commissions, unilevel bonus. Didn't discuss this. When you sponsor somebody and they buy gold, and hopefully they're getting gold or from their commission, and they should be, you're going to get commission on that. Also, when they bring in people and their people buy gold every week or every day, however they want to do it, you're going to get commission on that as well. And the amount of commission you get increases as the more gold they get. So you can move up the ladder, keep moving up. In fact, you can even move up that 20% I showed you earlier. You could qualify for even more than that based on the gold sales of your team. The package bonus, we talked about, that's the first one where you get 5 to 20% of the people that you sponsor based on your package. The dual team bonus or the dual system, that's that cycle bonus that we just discussed. Then there's a Karatbars pool. This is profit sharing. And what happens is from every gold sale, a certain amount of money is placed into a pool. And at the end of the year, we're going to get profit sharing. That's right. Profit sharing. That's residual per year. Number 2 and 3 is residual every single month. And some of these, like 4 and 5, pay every week. So you get commissions every week, every month, and every year. And these are residuals. A fun thing is called Karatbars Gold Fund. And you're given gold in grams. And this is incentive gold. And you can use this incentive gold and trade it in for things like maybe a gold Rolex watch, a trip to Dubai, a cruise, cars, even a villa, wherever you want it to be. Now, it'll take you some time to get the villa, if that's what you want, but just stick with it. Or maybe a car or a cruise. It's up to you what you want. You trade in your Karatbars Gold Fund, that incentive gold, for one of the incentive gifts they have. So that's just an additional way we get paid. Getting started is really easy. You set up your website, your back office for free, but don't stay free too long because free means not a whole lot of income. Then you can select your package, whichever you want, through the bronze all the way up to the VIP package, and you'll get your starter kit. Then the idea is to move our paper money, whether it come from your pocket or from your earnings. You know, the more gold you get, the more in place you're going to be for the future. And that is the gold card right there. See in the center, that's your 1 gram of gold, 999.9 pure 24K gold. It's a gram signed for, certified by the LBMA, which is the London Bullion Market Association. It doesn't get better than that. And when you flip your card over, you're going to see a QR symbol. If you have a phone, maybe an Android or an iPhone, you can download the QR scanner for free. It's an app. Take that, put it right over that QR symbol, and your gold will pop up. It'll tell you the weight, everything, the certification is there. You see, this gold is currency gold, and pretty soon you're going to see it being accepted in other places, and they can scan that QR symbol. I don't know of any other place where you can get gold that can be used as currency. A big difference here. In fact, instead of getting gift cards for birthdays, Christmas, graduation, weddings, newborns, whatever it may be, give the gift of gold. Give them a gold card. Or if you're in business, maybe your business card should be a gold card. If you're a real estate agent and you sell a house, you made some big earnings, give them a card with your picture on it and your contact information. That's one business card they'll never throw away. It's just gold on it. And recently, they just came out with the Pope John Paul II. You see here on the screen, it's really small, but and now he's a saint. The reason why I bring that up is because I want to show you the credibility of the company. You see, the Vatican has an exclusive agreement with Karatbars. Don't you think they're going to check out Karatbars more than you and I could ever afford to do? They're very strict right now on who they partner with. And this is amazing. It's just for 100,000 cards and it's gone. Then there'll be another card. Last time it was Mercedes. They have a different theme each time. And I have my card coming in because obviously it's going to be a collector's. We're just about done. Contact the person that invited you here to get started. It's pretty easy. There are many ways to get in. A PayPal debit card, not an account, a PayPal debit card, a Visa or MasterCard debit card or credit card, or an American Express credit card. Now, this is an international transaction. So what does that mean? You got to call a customer service number on the back of your card and ask to speak with the fraud department. If you decide to join our team, we will send you an email with the instructions, with the link that you need to sign up with for the person that invited you, and we'll even inform you on what you need to say, just to make it easier. You can also use, if you have your MasterCard, somebody can pay you, and you can use your MasterCard. Then you don't need to call because it's international. I've done that before because some people I talk to, they don't even have a debit card. And that's exciting for them because when they get in this opportunity and they earn 35 years, they're going to get their prepaid MasterCard. Some people love it just for that. I have one person who wanted to get in just because of the MasterCard. But then he saw everything else and understood what was going on and was even more excited. Again, the next step is up to you, really. We're going to be here to provide you with all the tools and benefits that you need and training. That's what our team does. We educate, we motivate, but we also provide you support and communication, which you're not probably used to getting. In fact, you may even think it's too much, but you can never get too much support. That's what we are about. So keep that in mind. I'm going to end the recording at this time. So let me get to that before I get to your question.